Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Miami Marlins. Stay tuned for Marlins baseball next. Sandy Alcantara gets handed the ball for the fourth and final game of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, taking a look at the numbers, you see that ERA a little under 4 last season. But I think his team and organization, they're expecting some bigger and better things out of him this year. We'll see if he can get off to a better start in this one.
And that'll bring up Gene Segura. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The third baseman, Gene Segura.
First pitch of the at-bat.
First pitch, 110.
Here's the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
Heading out towards shallow right. Ramirez is in a few steps as he takes it for the first down.
Batting second, the second baseman, Scott Kingery.
And in steps Scott Kingery. 13 at-bats in the series so far with 4 hits. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Ramirez is there and he makes the catch for the out.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 3, Bryce.
And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate. With 10 runs batted in on 5 hits in the series, he's a guy to keep an eye on in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside. These Marlins, as they take the field this afternoon, they come in off to a bit of a slow start with just 1 win in their first 3 tries.
Yeah, Matty, this series has been a little bit of back and forth, dropping the first one, finding a way to battle back, and then dropping the third one of this 4-game set. Let's see if they can find a way to tie this rubber game.
You know, Dero, this is one of those, if you could win game 4 of this series and walk away with a split, you almost feel like you won this series. This is a big one here today.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be troubled. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
You'd think they'd stop pitching to this guy by now. He's been torching them all weekend, and he stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this series is over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. 0-1 the count. Harper at second with 2 down. Behind 0-2 now. Oh, 2 count. The pitch. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Zach Eflin is ready to go as he's on the mound for the Phils. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, looking at the numbers, you can see this guy had an ERA over 4 last season. He'd like to do a lot better than that. He's got to do a much better job of keeping base runners off the bases. Cut the walks down and try to limit the hits per 9 innings pitched.
At the plate, Jonathan Villar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Out in front of it, strike one. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, that's back-to-back really good sliders. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw another one right here. Looks like he's got that slide ball in his back pocket right now.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
Don't be shocked if he doesn't go right back to that same pitch. You could tell he jelly-legged him at the plate a little bit, froze him, but just missed the zone.
Shoots this one to first. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Wow, not sure what the pitcher was thinking, serving up a fastball right over the heart of the plate. His eyes got as big as saucers as he blasts this thing, putting himself into scoring position to start off the inning.
And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike one. Dan Dero, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, they come in 2-1 on the young season and off to a good start.
Yeah, thanks, Matty B. Hey, you know what, Dero, this is one they'd like to win right here. They win the first game of the series, drop game 2, win game 3. They'd like to keep the momentum going here, Dero, win 2 in a row and win 3 out of 4 in this series.
Yeah, you want to definitely get a chance to win this series today. Play good baseball. You don't want to go on that seesaw. We'll give you one, we'll take one. They need to figure out a way to get it done today.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Miguel Rojas is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the first. He's set. Here it comes. And there's a strike right down the heart of the plate. 0-1. And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Dero, this Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers really like to throw to.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, though, Dan. You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment. It's the north-south that'll kill you.
One out and a runner on third. And another foul ball. The 0-2 once more is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Well, their chances of pushing across a run took a pretty good hit after that strikeout. It's so much tougher to score a guy from third with 2 outs instead of 1. Basically, you need a hit or you need to get lucky with a wild pitch or a pass ball.
And that'll bring in Garrett Cooper as he'll take a look at ball one. Cooper takes the swings from the right-handed batter's box, but he's one of those rare hitters that actually thrives facing same-handed pitching. One of the very best in the game, as a matter of fact, in that type of matchup. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And the run will score as the Marlins have claimed the early 1-0 advantage.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, Dero. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Just missing here, 2-0.
Yeah, it looks like to me he hasn't quite found that release point so far here in the first inning.
Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike. A runner on first with 2 away. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Bruce on the run. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Marlins get one here on a couple of hits. We move ahead to the top of the second now. It's the Marlins 1 and the Phillies 0. Here's Didi Gregorius. He's swinging the bat well in the series, 5 for 12 so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Strike one to start the at-bat. windup and the 0-1. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
Great job to be able to lay off that pitch right there. You could tell the minute it came out of his hand, his eyes lit up at the plate.
The 1-1 home.
I got to count 2-2.
Now a swing, and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Batting fifth.
Check out the Miami Marlins on defense. And let's take a look at Brian Anderson. This guy, when I see him out there on the field, I think of one thing. He's a ball player. Offers versatility for his manager. Outfield, little third base. He was fighting for the 2018 Rookie of the Year.
Here's Jay Bruce now. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He pulls this one into right. Ramirez is there. 2 down.
Boy, sometimes they say you hit it hard, good things will happen. Well, that's not the case right there. That was a bullet that just stayed up and is caught in the outfield.
Digging in, Adam Hazley. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Here comes the first pitch.
Outside, that's a ball.
A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They trail this one. Now batting, Harold Ramirez comes into this one with 3 hits and 11 at-bats in the series.
Harold Ramirez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. And this is taken in out there by Bruce for the first out.
Batting seventh.
Time to take a look at the Philly D. Let's spot shadow Bryce Harper, and why wouldn't we? He's only one of the best players in the game. He puts it on the line every night in the field and at the plate.
At the plate now, Jorge Alfaro. No balls and a strike to count. One out, nobody on. Strike 2, swinging just out in front of the slider. High in the air down the right field line. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Batting eighth. The second baseman, Isan Diaz.
So striding forward now, Isan Diaz. He's 2 for 7 in the series so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In there at the knees. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
And I'm sure that one stings a little bit. The best revenge he can get for his pain is to find a way to come around to score. We'll see if his guys can move him around the bases.
Here's the first pitch to him. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. Now the 0-1. In there, and it's 0-2 now. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Marlins leave one. We play 2 innings. It's 1-0. Leading off the inning, Andrew now, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Now.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. Popped up. Cooper has a play. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, number
Now to the
56.
plate, Zach Eflin. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the pitch. Had him reaching that time. It's strike 1.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
Is put in play to the right side of the infield. He's got it. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman.
So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in Gene Segura. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Center fielder on the run. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Phillies down in order. They're down 1-0. Now at the plate, Jonathan Villar. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
1-1 to the Marlins leadoff hitter. Now the pitch.
No, inside.
Hey, after the double in his first at bat, looks like he's trying to pitch around this guy a little bit.
Now the 2-1.
Ball in.
Well, this next pitch is a big one. The last thing you want to do is give a free pass to a guy that can run like this. He's a real burner out there on the base paths.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Stepping in now, Miguel Rojas. And it's fouled away. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. The windup and the 0-1.
1-1. Ball that's upstairs.
Hit in the air to shallow center. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Up next for the Marlins, the left fielder, Corey Dickerson.
Striding in once again, Corey Dickerson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Ball.
Ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0. 2 out, nobody on. Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. And he fouls this one off. Here now the 2-2. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. Miami down in order, but they're up 1-0. New inning set to get underway. Digging in, Scott Kingery. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Not shocked by their aggressive nature at the plate today, but they got to change their MO if they're going to compete in this one.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Center fielder going back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
When you play with fire, you have to expect to get burned once in a while. He's about as hot as you can get right now. They continue to pitch to him, and he continues to make them pay. Nice double off the wall here.
Here's Bryce Harper now. Just gets a piece of it. Strike one. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1.
That's not an easy pitch to do anything with, right? 96 miles an hour in on the hands. You almost have to be looking for that pitch to be able to do anything with that.
Outside, 2-1. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Dickerson's there. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. Well, he thought about tagging and moving up, but instead he's back to second.
The first baseman, number 17.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rhys Hoskins, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Now a spin and a throw back to second, and a dive, but he's back. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. And now he'll go back to second another time here. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. And again a throw. And he'll dive back in. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Slapped hard the opposite way. That's in there. Base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Now back.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
So now to the plate, Didi Gregorius. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. It'll die on the warning track as the catch is made, and here comes the runner from third. And the run is in to score from third. It's 1-1. Settling in now, Jay Bruce. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
Here comes the first pitch. high chopper over to the right side. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Phillies get a couple of hits here, and it leads to 1 on the scoreboard. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Don Mattingly about the Marlins' offensive production. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Digging in for his second at-bat, Garrett Cooper. He singled his last time up. First pitch on its way.
Cooper.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd, with a strikeout, and there's 1 away. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And whoa, look at that for a top speed. 98 miles an hour. That man is flat dealing. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit down the 3rd baseline. But this is foul for the first strike. And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Line drive, base hit.
Dan, you have to love it when your defense picks you up right there, keeping him at first base.
Boy, D-Roll, that looked like it had extra bases written all over it. Great job by the left fielder to get to that ball and get the ball back in, keeping that to a single.
Into the box, Harold Ramirez. This will lay off a slider too low, ball 1. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. That's inside. 2-0.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Borderline pitch right there. But as a low ball hitter, you can live with that as long as the umpire doesn't give him north as well.
Count even at 2-2. From the belt, the pitch. And he pops it up. Harper coming on. He can't get to it. This one's down. And he's safe.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Roll. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
Jorge Alfaro comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
Grounder down the line at 3rd. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. A big strikeout, and he's 1 out away from working out of a jam. Into the box, Isan Diaz. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here. Fly
Fly ball out toward right field. Harper giving chase. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Marlins strand a pair. Fifth inning coming up, tied at 1. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And he said they just aren't putting enough competitive at-bats together right now. He thinks they need to slow the game down a little bit when they get into the box. Top to bottom, they're hitting into way too many outs early in the count and not letting the at-bats develop. He's all for picking on a good pitch to hit when it comes, but they need to make sure they're doing more damage on the swings that they're taking.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. A bouncer up the middle. Fielded cleanly. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Up next for Philadelphia, the catcher.
Into the box now, Andrew Knapp. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last at bat. Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Looked like the changeup slipped out that time, and it misses well above the zone. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Ramirez is under this one, and that's out number 2. Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Zach Eflin. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit out towards second. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Yeah, and with 2 outs, the pitcher was mentally in the dugout already. Now he's got to regroup and find a way to get out of this. Hard not to feel for the guy.
Runner at first following the error, and set to go as the third baseman, Gene Segura. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Ground ball left side. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Phillies strand 1. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. So stepping in, Sandy Alcantara. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
Popped him up. Segura in foul ground, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 2.
Back to the top of the order now, and the switch hitter Jonathan Villar will be the next to bat.
Nope.
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes.
Count 1-0.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. 2 balls, no strikes to the Miami center fielder. Too high, and it's 3-0.
If I'm in the box right now, I'm coming unglued. He is going to throw something over the heart of the plate.
That's in there. 3-1. Swing and a miss much too early, and that makes it a full count. And he takes ball 4, so he's on, and as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
When a guy's been swinging the bat as well as he has in this series, you definitely want to take the bat out of his hands. A free pass to first is better than what he's been doing the last couple of games.
Now a throw over and a dive, but he's back in. And again a throw, and he'll get back in safely. comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Miguel Rojas comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Now a throw over to first, and he'll dive back in safely. Runner on first here with one gone and a 1-1 tie. A ball and a strike. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Here's a look over to first, and he'll be back in standing up. And another throw over, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Working for the punch out and the offering. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Liner toward right center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. This will kick up against the wall now. To third now, but he's safe as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Now batting.
Well, that's a big at-bat right there. Not only does he get all the way to third on a triple, but he also drives in the go-ahead run.
In now, Corey Dickerson. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Now a ball lined to the left side. But this is a foul ball. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Garrett.
Ready for another shot now. Garrett Cooper, a hit in 2 tries so far. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. One and one now the count to the Marlins first baseman. Even at 1-1 the pitch. And it's 1-2. 2 outs here with a runner at third. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Marlins get a run on the RBI triple. 5 innings complete. 2-1 now, Miami. All set for the start of the inning. Now at the plate, Scott Kingery. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a line drive. But just foul. The windup and the 0-1.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. 0-2 count and the pitch. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
First pitch of the at-bat. Ground ball right side, straight into the shift. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the first baseman, Rhys Hoskins.
Standing in, Rhys Hoskins. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line drive to left. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Digging in once again, Brian Anderson. He's tasked with starting the Marlins' sixth.
Brian Anderson.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
Hit on the ground out to short. Gregorius has it. Throw on to first in time, one away.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Stepping into the box, Harold Ramirez. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Ball 1. Low scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. 1-2 now.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first 2 pitches. Anything on the outer half of the plate's going to look a foot outside.
Here's another 1-2. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of his secondary pitches so far in this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
This is hit sharply to the left side, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
He wasn't letting that one go. Jumped on the first pitch right there and drove it into the outfield for a base hit.
Standing in now, Isan Diaz. And he puts it on the ground to second. Kingery's there. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Miami. They lead it 2-1. Ready for another chance? Didi Gregorius. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line to the right side. Ramirez is there, 1 away.
Boy, talk about hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented the tying run.
So 1 away in the inning, and here's Jay Bruce. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A bouncer to the left side. On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th, as now there are 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Adam Hazley.
In now, Adam Hazley. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
Hit out towards second, and that is through into right field for a single. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Yimi Garcia will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. John Birdie is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
Batting 9, number 5, John Birdie.
Into the box now, Andrew Knapp, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
And the runner back. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
Looked like he was a little over aggressive there to throw that nasty curveball. Just needs to slow his delivery down a bit.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. Quick check on that tying run at first. Now the 2-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor and he's swinging a pitch that bad. Not good.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And there he goes towards second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And in fact, there will be no throw as he loses the handle there on the transfer. Into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And they will hold that possible tying run at third, as even with 2 away, they decide to put the stop sign on.
Hey, sometimes you need a little bit of luck, too, as a pitcher. This ball absolutely scorched. Actually hit so hard that it wasn't able to drive a run in.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I know that ball was hit on the line. Surprised the third base coach held him with 2 outs.
Neil Walker will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 12, Neil Walker.
And this is cut on and missed below the knees, and it's 0-1. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Walker has a slugging percentage a little over .425, a respectable number. And he falls behind 0-2.
Boy, the Phillies have been looking for some offense all game long. They've yet to find it. Let's hope they can find it pretty soon.
Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. Garcia features one of the biggest yackers in the game. Curveball's got a ton of movement. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Good work there from the Miami bullpen. On now to the bottom of inning number 7. It's the Marlins. Francisco Liriano is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Number 48, Francisco.
Digging in now, John Birdie. He's newly entered into the ballgame, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. A bouncer to the left side. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, center fielder, Jonathan.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jonathan Villar. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Changeup laid off down around the shins. That's wide, 2-0. Popped him up. Knapp is there. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jonathan VR.
That front door slider is a devastating pitch. By the time you realize it's in the zone, it's too late. You can't even put a good swing on it.
Fouled off. 1 out, nobody on. Just hung in there on that one. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And there's out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop, Miguel.
Ready now for the Marlins, Miguel Rojas. His prior history versus this arm, 2 hits in 7 tries. First pitch is a fastball inside, 1-0. Now here it comes. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit in the air out to center field. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They still lead it 2-1. Ryan Stanek is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season. Ready once again, Gene Segura, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Bounce towards the second baseman. And he can't make the play as he overruns it, but that should be scored as an infield single.
You can't ask for anything more than getting a leadoff man on right there. It brings the go-ahead run to the plate. He's in position to do some damage. It'll be interesting to see how the manager plays this month.
At the plate, Scott Kingery, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Fouled away. Both teams with 6 hits so far. And he's bunting with 2 strikes, but can't connect, so a real wasted at-bat there.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys. Tying run at first, so objective number 1 is stranding him on base. And now with 1 out, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that run.
From the stretch. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball.
Sometimes you can get away with a pitch in that location when you're running it up there that hard, but not consistently. You still have to work the edges of the zone most of the time.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And this one's in the dirt. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. Quick check on that tying run at first. Runner back safely. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Now the payoff pitch home. There goes the runner. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. On the move again from first. Again, he sends it out of play. Another full count pitch home. Down the left field line and deep. And no one will get this one. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And Now he's on the move again for second. Pitch, strike three called. The throw. Short hop, but he's out. Great play to pick the throw and slap the tag on him to end the inning. Another look. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Up next from Miami, Corey Dickerson. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground.
Yeah, Matty, and I think that pop-out was just a result of poor pitch selection. Got to see the pitch over the heart of the plate. He chased well out of the zone, and as a result, didn't really put a good swing on that.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
That's count 1 and 2.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. And it's fouled away. The next 1-2 pitch. Down the third baseline. Segura has it. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Now batting, first baseman, Garrett Cooper.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Garrett Cooper. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
There's strike 2 as the slider hits the outside corner. Bases are empty, 1 man out. He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game. Well, look there at the numbers for our 2 starters here today, with both guys recently departed from the ball game and looking on from the dugout. So 2 gone now in the Miami 8th, and that'll bring up the outfielder Brian Anderson. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. 2 out, nobody on. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And foul, though it had the home run distance. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Liriano gets the sign. Here it comes. Takes this the other way to right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Hit the other way out toward right field. Harper has a read on it, and the inning is over. Marlins leave 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Drew Steckenrider comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins. First pitch coming. Here it is.
And batting 8, number 7, Matt Good.
Here's the pitch. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
And I really don't know how you swing at that. He must have had his mind up he was going to swing as soon as the ball came out of the pitcher's hand.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2.
Good pitch there on 0-2. Breaking ball out of the zone away. Might set up another breaking ball to see if he'll chase this one a little bit farther off the plate.
And he takes something off there as this is swung on and missed, and there's one gone here in the ninth.
Well, there's the great equalizer, the changeup, El Cambio. Listen, if you can keep that pitch in your back pocket and pull it out when you need it like he did right there, usually hitters, they don't stand a chance.
Stepping in now, Didi Gregorius. This will chase one up around the letters here for strike one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Now the 0-1. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealer in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
So now to the plate, Jay Bruce. 0-1 the count. From the belt, kicks and deals. And he fouls this one off. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Quick check on that tying run at first. And a dive, but he's back. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Hard hit ball to second. And that gets through for a one-out base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, D-Roll, there's another base hit making it first and second. They're piling up the hits on the day, but so far not many runs to show for it.
Yeah, definitely a few knocks in the cupboard makes you feel good, and the batting average goes up, but that doesn't help you win ball games. Somebody's got to come up with a nice AB with runners in scoring position.
At the plate now, Adam Hazley. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
Hey, this isn't going to be an easy save. These guys are making him work for this one.
One out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Hey, no shame in that. Your eyes light up when that heater comes above the belt. That's so tough to lay off of.
Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? The second for 1. Relay throw, but it'll be too late as he's well safe at first.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
So striding in, Andrew Knapp, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. JT Realmuto will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 10, JT Realmuto.
This ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. Catch is made, and the Marlins bounce back here to take the finale and earn a split of this 4-game series as this one is over.
Wow, that's one of the best finishes we've been part of in a while. 2 outs, tying run at third, the go-ahead run at first, but they can't find a way to get him home. Tough way to lose, but a great way to win a game.
Pitching and defense game 2-1, the final score this afternoon. Miami used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Sandy Alcantara earns his first win of the season. Zach Eflin pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Drew Steckenrider records the save, his first of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
For the victorious Miami Marlins.
Well, that concludes a rather ugly game for the Fightin' Phils. Mostly my fault. Definitely was not on the ball today, unlike yesterday. So Sandy Alcantara gets the win. Zach Eflin tagged with his first loss of the season. Drew Steckenrider with the save. And Alcantara pitched a heck of a game. We just couldn't make contact. Harper had a hit. Hazley had a hit. Some of them were, well, barely out of the infield, but just basically wherever the ball was hit today, the Marlins just seemed to be right where the ball went, where the Phillies hit it. So we're going to get out of this, head toward the line score. A rather quick game today, if I may say so. I wasn't trying to make it quick, but I was trying to jump on them offensively. But it was not to be today, as you see the final score, 2-1, as the Marlins made it interesting as they split the series 2-2. Next game will be tomorrow at 7:10 p.m. as the Phillies head toward Citi Field in New York to take on the New York Mets, or the Mutts as I like to call them. Vince Velasquez gets his first start of the season against Steven Matz. So that will be on the YouTube channel here tomorrow live. I may or may not be playing it. I might have to, just to get some retribution for the pitiful performance I put on today with the Phils. Again, I was looking to put some people in there, and there's something to be said about the chemistry of the lineup too. Sometimes I observe when I change the lineup, sometimes it just doesn't work in my favor. So sometimes I need to leave the lineup as it is. But today I just played like crap, and the Phillies again split this first series of the season 2-2 with a 2-1 loss today to the Fish. So we're going to get out of this, and we're going to get you the update around the majors coming up after this, but we'll be back right after that, and we're going to advance and get the scores from around the major leagues here on Sunday, March 29th.
The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Marlins defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 2-1. Entering the day's action, the Marlins sit in second place in the National League East Division, while the Phillies are second in the division. The Washington Nationals took care of the Mets at Citi Field 6-1. In the standings, the Mets sit in first place in the National League East Division, and the Nationals are at the bottom of the division. The Diamondbacks swiped 5 bags as a team as they took down the visiting Braves 4-3. As of right now, the Diamondbacks sit in second place in the National League West Division, while the Braves are in second place in the NL East. The Cards sent 3 balls into the seats as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 6-3. As of today, the Reds sit in second place in the National League Central, while the Cardinals are third in the division. The Milwaukee Brewers finished off a 2-game sweep as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 7-5. Heading into the day, the Brewers are in first place in the NL Central, while the Cubs are fourth in the division. Garrett Richards got the win, throwing 8 shutout innings as the Friars took care of the Rockies 1-0. Entering the day's action, the Padres are in second place in the NL West, while the Rockies are second in the division. The Rays held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they sank the visiting Buccos 8-3. At the start of the day, the Rays are leading the AL East, and the Pirates sit in fourth place in the National League Central Division. Christian Vasquez grabbed 3 base knocks as the Red Sox were victorious over the Blue Jays 5-2. In the standings, the Blue Jays are in last place in the AL East, while the Red Sox are second in the division. The New York Yankees combined to give up just 5 hits as they beat the O's in Baltimore 4-1. As of right now, the Orioles are in 4th place in the AL East, while the Yankees are 3rd in the division. The Kansas City Royals put up 16 hits on the day as they beat the White Sox on the south side 8-3. Heading into the day, the White Sox sit in 4th place in the American League Central Division, while the Royals are 2nd in the division. The Indians racked up 11 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Tigers 7-2. As of today, the Indians are in 2nd place in the AL Central, while the Tigers are 4th in the division. The Twins got 12 hits in this one as they defeated the A's in Oakland 2-1. At the start of the day, the A's sit in 3rd place in the American League West Division, while the Twins are leading the American League Central Division. The Mariners picked up 14 hits in total as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 8-6. As of right now, the Mariners sit in 1st place in the American League West Division, while the Rangers are 3rd in the division. The Astros combined for a 4-hitter as they defeated the visiting Angels 3-0. Heading into the day, the Astros are atop the American League West, and the Angels are 3rd in the division. And that's what's happening around the baseball world heading into today. Join us again tomorrow for the latest from around Major League Baseball.
All right, well, that will conclude Around the Majors, and that will conclude today's broadcast. Phillies again take the loss 2-1 today, splitting the first series of the season, the 4-game set with the Fish, losing today by a score of 2-1. Tomorrow, it's no time for crying. It's still early. The Phillies will head up north to Flushing, New York, to take on the Mets. I believe Citi Field is still in Flushing. Who knows? Never been, never will go, so it doesn't matter. So the Phillies will travel to the Mets. As you see, Vince Velasquez gets his first start against Steven Matz, the left-hander. I guess looking ahead, if we're looking at the lineups, if I could find the lineups. There we go. So we're looking at the lineup tomorrow. Probably back to normal. Kyle Garlick, I'm going to probably put in there to get the start, just to have that right-handed bat in the lineup against Matz, the left-hander. Pretty much a split lineup here. Didi Gregorius, of course, left-handed. Bryce Harper, also left-handed. Roman Quinn, the switch hitter. But this is the projected lineup, unless I decide at the 11th hour to make a replacement. This is looking like it's going to be the lineup tomorrow night against the New York Mets. Hopefully they can bounce back and pull off a win against their division rivals at their home stadium. So that will be it for now. I'm going to sign off for now. I do thank you for tuning in, those of you who did, and we'll keep the season going as long as the quarantine is in place and the Major League Baseball is out right now. I will continue to have these games and let the chips fall where they may. Phillies baseball right here on the Bilskie channel here on YouTube. Tell your friends if they want to see some baseball. Granted, it's a computer game, and sometimes the games aren't as pretty as they should be. Of course, that's baseball. Most games are not always pretty, but if you want to see some baseball and just kind of play along and watch along and enjoy along, that'd be great. Tell your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and click that little reminder button that tells you when I'm on. That would kind of help out a little bit. And just to let me know you guys are out there watching. Don't forget to leave comments in the comment section about how bad I stink on a given game. Phillies at 2-2 right now. The Mets at 2-1. So the Phils looking to go up there to maybe dampen that record a little bit. Maybe put some more crooked numbers in that loss column for those New York Mets. So that's it for now. We will see you tomorrow in New York for the first of a 3-game set with those New York Mets. Thanks for watching.